Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, the Tsukufato, and Happy New Year, guys! Can you believe it is 2025 already? That is so crazy. And I know I probably say it every year, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's this year already? But I don't know, it just surprises me how quick the year goes. But 2025, I'm so excited, guys. I feel so different. And as you can see from the title of the video, I read some amazing books recently. I read The 12-Week Year as well as Atomic Habits, and guys, they just completely changed my life. And today I'll be chatting about that and how I'll be using those books to change and plan my 2025. So if you want to find out all about that, do stay tuned. If you have any questions, any comments, drop them in the comment section and let us get into it. So I've been in my hustle and grind era since 2020. I've been like side hustle this, starting a business this, doing this and this, chasing my dreams, and I absolutely love it. Like I have these dreams that I want to accomplish them and I'm chasing them, and I've been documenting that on this channel. But sometime last year I just, felt the need to like take a little bit of a break and slow down, and I wasn't really sure why that was happening. But then after realizing that I've just been like going for so long, and towards the end of the year I just decided to intentionally slow down and take a bit of a break. But it's 2025 now and it's my comeback era, and I still have all these goals that I want to accomplish, and I'm so ready to do that. And I think what completely changed everything for me is reading Atomic Habits as well as The 12-Week Year. So I read those towards the end of 2024, and I feel like they completely changed my life. So in Atomic Habits, there's they speak about like you becoming the person that you want to be. So if there's certain things that you want to accomplish, but you're not doing the things to get you there, like what does it mean? Do you really want to be that person, or like what's stopping you from getting there? So like I know one thing I've been saying on this channel for the past 3-4 years is saying like I want to work on more projects outside of work, and I haven't really been doing that. Like it's been on my vision board in like 2020, 2021, 22, 23, 24, and I'm like, what does it mean? Like I keep saying I want to do that, but I'm not doing it. So it's just like seeing like, okay, what's actually stopping me from getting there? And a thing that I read in the 12-week year, or like something that was very important in the 12-week year, is like setting a vision. So towards the end of last year, what I did is actually just decide like, where do I see my life in 5 years time? Because I think another thing that happened last year when I was slowing down and I was like really not sure about my direction and all of that, is just seeing that like I am living in like stuff that I used to dream about. Like I was like, oh my gosh, one day when I grow up, I want to be a software engineer. I want to travel. I want to have a successful YouTube channel. I'm like, oh, those things are actually happening. And I think I never stopped to like think about the next like phase of my life. So now I actually took some time to say, okay, who do I want to be? What's my long-term vision? What's my 3 to 5 year vision? And like, who do I like when I just think like, just like the actual like definition of a vision board. So if you want to do a vision board, guys, I would highly recommend it. But like I think just be more intentional about it, to say like, okay, when I'm putting these things on my vision board, what am I trying to accomplish? Who am I trying to be? So that's like the idea I'm going into this, like all of this with the things I'll be using from both Atomic Habits as well as the 12-week year. It's kind of like deciding like, who do I want to be? What life do I want to live? And what am I trying to accomplish? So yeah, that's the first step, because I think when I speak about finances and stuff, I always say like it's so important to know your why, because like when you have to sacrifice certain things and you have to put away your money, it's so hard if you don't know the reason behind it. So the same as like showing up for yourself and going for your goals. If you don't know the reason why, it's like, okay, everyone is kind of doing this, so maybe I should do it too. It's so hard to show up. But if you know like, okay, no, I want to live like a healthy lifestyle, I want to accomplish 1, 2, 3, then it makes it easier for you to show up for yourself. So I'd say like that's the first step. So I actually haven't done my vision board for this year yet. I'm actually working on it, but I'm doing like a bingo card. But I'm not even doing for this. When I say this year, I mean 12 weeks. So in the 12-week year, as you can hear from the title of the book, 12-week year, I kind of tried to plan my year like this last year, but I kind of made like yearly goals and broke them down into quarters. But with the 12-week year, the idea is to just focus on 12 weeks. A year is 12 weeks, and that's what we're looking at And that's what I did. This year, I've just planned for 12 weeks, set my goals for 12 weeks, and I'm really chasing those. So the idea behind the 12-week year is so that you accomplish what most people accomplish in a year, but you can do it in 12 weeks, because 12 weeks is enough time for you to accomplish certain things, but it's also like not like long, like a year where you're like, I still have time to do it. I still have time. It's like, no, you only have 12 weeks. So you have to start now. And it also helps you to focus, because 12 weeks is very short, like 3 months, 12 weeks, that's very short. And then you kind of actually need to realize, like, okay, what's important to me? So you need to focus on like 2 to 3 goals instead of like trying to do everything. Because we do our vision boards, we're like, okay, I want to do this and that and that and that and that. Then it's like, yeah, I have time. I have like the whole year. I've got 12 months. I'm not stressing right now. But with the 12-week year, it's like, you have 12 weeks. What are you really going to focus on? So that's the most important thing of the 12-week year. Having smaller goals that you know you can accomplish in a space of 12 weeks. Because when we're doing like a year plan, we have like, I have 12 months. I'm going to do everything. Like, I'm going to do this and this and this and this. But the 12-week year teaches us that you actually need to like focus on 2 or 3 things, and even one, like just knowing that, you know what, I'm putting my all into this one thing so that I know I can accomplish it. And then when we jump back to Atomic Habits, it speaks about like, yes, you have your goals, but what systems are you going to put in place in order to reach those goals? So for example, with myself, it's like, okay, if I want to work on a project outside of work, like what is the project even? Like, what is the project? How am I going to accomplish it? What am I doing in week 1, week 2, week 3? Like building the systems and putting them in place to make it as easy as possible for me to accomplish those goals. Because that's another reason why we don't accomplish our goals. We go from like never working out to say, I'm going to work out 7 times a week and I'm going to drink 5 liters of water per day, but you weren't even doing anything, and now you just want to jump into these big things. So just starting with as easy as possible. So like that's what I did. Like this year, guys, I didn't plan a year. I just did my 12 weeks, and everything is based on my 12 weeks, and I'll just do that for the rest of the year, and we'll see how it goes. I'll do a little update. But yeah, so the idea is to break down into systems. Both Atomic Habits and the 12-week year focus on that. So in the 12-week year, the idea is to set like your 5-year vision, and then, or your long-term vision, and then your 3 to 5-year vision, and then into like your weekly plan to say, okay, what are my goals and like what am I focusing on in the 12 weeks to get me to where I want to be. So that was so important. Like I think that really completely changed my life, because towards the end of the year I was like, okay, why am I like struggling with discipline and acting on the things that I want to accomplish? Like what's going on with me? But I think it's because I never had a clear vision. Like I had this vision when I was like in school and so on, and I wanted to be where I am now, and I never just took some time to slow down again and say like, okay, what's my next step? Where am I going? And that's what I took some time to reflect, journal, and then I read these 2 books, and I'm here now. And yeah, so now we have our goals, we have our systems, and guys, discipline is hard. Like yes, we want to show up every day, but it's not easy. And one thing I really found important in these books is that sometimes you can't, like there's going to be days where you really want to do something, or you really don't want to do something, but you know you need to do it. And in Atomic Habits, they speak about getting like 1% better every year. So if you get every day, if you get 1% better every day, you'll end up about 37% better at the end of the year. And I think we always go into it trying to be like, I want to be 10 times better, I want to do whatever. But it's like, no, it's just like, just get to 1% better and you'll see such a big difference. And it's something that you can actually get to. So I think what I really learned from these books is the importance of being realistic and making your goals easy to accomplish. Like, yes, there's going to be challenging days, but like making it as easy as possible to get to where you want to be. So for example, if you have a goal of like going to the gym, like sometimes you're not going to want to wake up, you just don't want to do it, but it's just the act of showing up. Like if you go to the gym for 5 minutes, you can say like, I'm a person that goes to the gym. But like if you don't show up, then you can't say that. That's not who you are. If you're not going to the gym, you're not a person that, is going to the gym. So you just need to, if you say you want to be a certain type of person, you have to act like that person, even on the days that you don't want to. And like there's this quote that I've heard recently where it's like, it's not about your emotions, it's about your plan. Yes, we care about wellness and all of that, and that is super important. Like I set wellness as one of my goals as well, but just knowing that like if you have a certain plan, you really need to stick to it. And in the 12-week year, they also speak about accountability is so important. And I think we always have like this negative thing when it comes to like accountability, to say like, okay, you need to be accountable for your actions, you need to own up, whatever. But like, yes, you need to do that, but that's not a bad thing. You need to go back and say, okay, the last week I didn't really do what I wanted to do. What was the reason behind that? That's what I did at the end of 2024. Like, I sat down, I was like, yeah, I had all these goals, but I didn't do them. What was the reason? Like, I actually took some time and I really thought, I reflected, I journaled, and I actually came to a conclusion that, oh, actually, like, I was kind of tired. I've been doing the same thing for all these years. I just needed like a bit of change in my life. So accountability is important, to own up, to say, you know what, I didn't do what I said I was going to do, and what was the reason behind that. So with the 12-week year, the idea is to, like, every week check, like, you have your weekly plan. So every week you need to go back and see what you managed to accomplish and what didn't get done, and that way it will tell you like what needs to change. So just being on top of things and making sure that you're staying on track. And in the 12-week year, the same idea is like 1% better. In the 12-week year, they say that if you go for if you manage to accomplish like 85% of the things that you said you were going to do, you're still going to end up in such a better position than if you didn't do any of it. So I think those are just such important ideas that, like, yes, we are human. Sometimes we're not going to be able to put in everything that we've got, but the idea is just to show up for yourself. And one thing that I've really liked recently is just like when people, like, if you made a promise with someone and you don't do it, like, how do you feel? Like, you don't feel that good. You feel like you've disappointed them. You actually try your best not to disappoint that person. But when it comes to ourselves, it's so easy for us to kind of just like, I'm just like, it's fine. But guys, like, you've made a promise to yourself as well. You have goals that you're trying to accomplish. Now it's time for you to show up for yourself. And yeah, so with myself, I've been doing the 75 like soft challenge. I'm on day 30 now, and it's been so like great for me to be able to like show up for myself. Like, I've been working out every day, 10,000 steps a day, reading 10 pages a day, like stuff like that. And I've just been showing out for myself. And in Atomic Habits, it also tells you that when you actually start seeing like the rewards of these things, it actually makes it easier to stick to these habits. Like, I've been wanting to get back to reading for so long, and I haven't been, like, I just kind of like wasn't doing it. But in the last 30 days, I'm literally on my 3rd book right now. And it's just like that mindset shift of saying like, you know what, this is my vision, this is who I'm trying to be, this is where I'm trying to go. I know that now, and it makes it easier for me to show up for myself every single day. And obviously there's been some challenging days, and I'm like, oh, why did I sign up for this? Or it's like 11 p.m, I'm busy marching around the house trying to get to 10k steps. But I've made a promise with myself, and I want to make sure I stick to it, in order to see, like, in the 12 video, they speak about like we never really reach our full potential because we don't do the things that we say we're going to do. So that's my plan for 2025. I've set my goals for my next 12 weeks, and I've already started working on them. I'm so excited, and like, I feel like, I'm going to be able to do this. I really hope I am going to be able. I'm here. I'll put it on this channel. I'm going to be accountable. I'll come back and share an update in the next 12 weeks. But yeah, I just wanted to share this video. These books really changed my life. If you want to read them, do read them, guys. Like, I would highly recommend them. I'll see if I can find links and drop them in the description where you can buy them. But yeah, these are really great books that really opened my mind and just made me really wanna like just stick to my goals and work hard. Like, it's not gonna be easy always. Like, I know we're trying to make it as easy as possible, whatever, but it is something that's challenging. But another idea that I have for 2025 is that I can do hard things. Like, yes, there's really hard things that I want to accomplish, but you know what? I'm capable of doing those things if I create a proper plan and I build those habits in order to get to where I want to be. But yeah, guys, those are my little rambles for the beginning of 2025. I really wish you all have a good and successful year. And this is my comeback era. I'm going to be posting more consistently on this channel. Lots of new and exciting things that I'm really looking forward to. So please do stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Leave some comments if there's anything you want to share. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.